completely seething.
Yeah.
I think we may have cut out and then cut back in then, but I don't know at what point.
You missed a backstory about a bear murdering everyone in the prison.
It is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, when we get to the front of the queue,
he needs less supervision.
Yeah, when we get to the front of the queue, Gus will just walk up to the security guard and go, 3, please.
No worries, mate. Is that a family ticket?
I don't know. Glenn, can he understand me?
You have a mangled voice. You could just sort of.
I mean, it's Glenn's
to make
rules.
really clear that
it does say specifically in the rules you are not a talking bear, but you can sort of mangle human speech through your bear mouth, maybe.
Yeah, you just need to convince him that you just need to get through. That's it. Shove a ticket in his face and growl a bit.
I shove a ticket in his face and growl a bit.
He goes, all right, mate, go in, but lay off the sauce, yeah? So we get all sorts around here.
It is Birmingham.
Cool. You're successfully inside. So, on entering the exhibition centre, the first thing that hits you is a waft of honey from the hundreds of individual stands, which hits harder even than the smell of dank carpets and wood rot. The main area is bustling with honey fans, sampling the newest honeys. If that's a thing, I don't know. Do they bring honey out? Is it new?
Yeah.
Cool. In the centre is a main stand which contains a giant honey pot, several bears in height, under which the event organizer, who you remember from your brief is clueless and exploitable, is taking questions from fans. To the left are bathrooms and offices. To the right is a warehouse and a maintenance room, as well as a locked door, which you recognise from your schematics as the door leading to the safe. So what do you do?
Have I managed to get back in?
Yeah, you've come down and meet them in the main area.
Here's a bag. Caramel.
Merci. It is Armel?
Yes,
Caramel?
that is what I said.
No. It's Armel, not caramel.
Yes, thank you.
I will kill you. Okay?
As they say in Spain, thank you.
He's always bringing the culture to the channel.
Why, Gummy, I thought you was Spanish.
Me? No, I'm from the forests. The forests of Canada.
So where's the broad from?
Wherever... I don't know. I have not done my research on pandas. I only looked up black bears on Wikipedia.
My character being incompetent probably isn't going to suggest much, so he is just going to go off and sample all of the honey.
I guess I am the brains, so...
Yes, mister. What was the next stage of our plan again?
So, the next stage of our plan is we need to get through this door. So we were going to try and get a... I'd like to... What's the locking mechanism of this door, please, Glenn?
It's a standard lock and key.
Right. So, this is the plan. We're going to cause a distraction, and then Mel...
I'm on it! And I just go and cause a distraction immediately.
While the distraction's being caused, get us through this fucking door, yeah?
We understood. I will attempt as soon as whatever it is that is going on initiates. I will try the door first, and if it's locked, I will try and pick the lock.
Cool. So at the moment, Gus is just off eating some honey, and I don't know if he's heard this plan, supposed to create a currently guzzling lots of honey down on a random stool.
Oh, that means you get to move a point down from criminal back to bear.
Correct.
I he was immediately going to go and cause the distraction.
Yeah, I did, but I'm doing that as well. So as soon as I've guzzled the honey, I'm going to start singing Two Little Bears, which is two little boys, but with bears replaced. Two little bears, two little bears. I don't know, something like that. and dancing like a dancing bear in the extremely, old-fashioned cruel practice, and cause a distraction just being an enormous panda bear in a tiara making lots of noise.
Oh, do you want to roll bear?
What?
This is bear.
I will roll bear. Do you want to roll bear? That's a 1.
Nice.
I've done a good bear.
So you've done so well that you are attracting the attention of the crowd and also of security. So you have several people come up to you armed and say, excuse me, sir, what is it that you're doing? Are you a performer?
Oh no, it's the pigs, the rotters.
As soon as I hear that, I leap at one of the I leap at one of the guards.
And I am going to batter at one of them as well.
Brilliant. I guess both bear rolls.
Can I roll 2 dice because I'm the muscle?
Yeah, go on.
That's a 3. That's a 3, and I have done a bear.
Yep. Are you on 3 bear? 3.
I'm on 3 bear. Yeah.
I'm on
Thanks for
2
drinking
bear,
all that honey.
but I have done a bear. I rolled a 2.
I love that done a bear has gone into the parlance of this gaming group now. Never shall it leave.
And I love how you're both just embracing the bear and just going straight to murder before anything else.
I wouldn't have normally, but it's the character I rolled.
Cool. So
Having both played with Tim Goose and run for Tim Goose, the very idea of him being the brains of this operation is terrifying.
cool. So if you both want to add another point into criminal, because it went off without a hit.
Are you sure beating armed guards in the middle of a crowded convention centre is going off without a hitch? Because the other one is frustration, where we got caught and had to literally fight our way. I think we've got a point there.
You add 2 new faces to your inventory, so everyone can now have a face.
Whoa! I wasn't ripping any faces off.
There's
only one psycho who does that. Like, no, I'm just putting down the guards with the guns and making sure they can't shoot at us.
Just some vanilla murder, nothing.
No murder! I'm just hitting them so they fall down and then don't get back up for at least a period of time. Maybe forever. I don't know my own strength.
And Mr. Bridger, are you knocking them out as well?
I'm just biting and scratching. But also, are there any anywhere that's serving fizzy drinks just in the immediate vicinity?
There's not fizzy drinks as such. There's honey mead you can get.
Yeah. Has it got like a head?
Yeah, it's got a bit of a head on it.
Okay, I'm drinking some honey mead, but I'm drinking it in a way that I want it to look a little bit like I'm frothing. And as I bite and attack them, I go, "Am I rabid? Am I rabid? You just don't know." Like that. But they can't hear. They don't know what I'm saying.
This extremely light-hearted bear heist is so dark.
Yep.
I thought
Me and Ammo are probably just standing there watching all this and going, should we open the door or something?
James is being this really old, chilled, he's just being Morgan Freeman in the Shawshank Redemption.
That's exactly how I play it, yeah.
What I like is that when James... Sorry, you go.
Yes.
When James does his Morgan Freeman impression, he doesn't actually do an American accent. He just does Morgan Freeman's voice in his own accent, which is just
That's right. But there was a slight kind of southern brawl to it.
a little bit.
Brawl. That's what we
Southern brawl.
Cool.
After you, Aramel.
So just before we go to unlocking the doors, I just want either one of the Tims to roll just to see if you panic crowds, just to see a criminal roll.
I assume I will roll for this.
Yeah, roll for it, go on.
I rolled a 4.
What's your...
I'm back to 3-3 because of things going with a hitch and drinking some honey. So I've gone back to 3-3. So that is a problem, I think.
That is a problem. And so you're going to add one more to bear.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone is screaming. Everyone in the place is screaming and running. Some people aren't really sure why. The ones who saw it have just started talking about faces going missing. And people are very, very confused.
Well, that was a very effective distraction.
At this point, I'm going to activate my flashback to move the point from bear to criminal.
Yep.
And the flashback is going to be me sitting on the next table over from everyone else, looking a little bit confused, going, "So, explain to me again, why do we want everyone to be screaming?"
We want everyone to be not looking at the door. They're slowly turning into Michael Caine. And people notice less when they are scared.
Right. Yeah, that maybe makes sense. But
are you sure it was a bear?
Away, then...
Are you sure it was a bear? Oh wait, I can't be 100% sure. I was shitting myself at the time. See?
Right. But if they're running away, then what if they run towards the door? I'm having so much fun with this accent.
They run towards the door, we fuck them up.
Right. Okay. I think I get it.
So, just to clarify, this isn't going to be one of those more subtle plans.
I think that the time for subtlety passed when we planned for ripping faces off.
Yes, that's fair.
We are far past subtle.
To be fair, the first two faces you ripped off were hidden in the back of an alley, so incredibly stealthy.
This is so inelegant, but this is my first ever heist, so I can't exactly say that this is the wrong way to do it.
As someone who's done a lot of these heists, this is the first of these heists that requires faces being ripped off.
Look,
Ah.
you're only here because your mum said... Sorry, Tim, you go.
No, you go. Go on. You go.
Almo, you're only here because your mum said I either had to bring you on a heist or get a paternity test. And I'm not getting a paternity test, so you're on this heist. So do you just shut up and do as you're told, all right?
Yeah, every time I've done a heist, it looks like about halfway through, like it's all gone wrong, see? And then somebody explains to me why it was supposed to be that way in the first place.
I think you're thinking about Ocean's 11, the film.
That was the last heist I remember.
I watched that film 3 times in preparation for today.
I saw Ocean's 12 beforehand, and I think maybe that's more of an important film for heists.
Not as good as any film ever made.
Can I just ask a quick question? What is this flashback preparing us for? That we come back and go. Coming back, and Gus has enormous knowledge about the Oceans franchise. He uses this to get people to calm down.
I genuinely, my character sort of now modelled on the character who beats the shit out of Danny Ocean in Ocean's 11. So how's the wife? Oh, pregnant again.
I think it's time we flash back forward.
Yeah.
Let's say that you did learn crowd control from the Ocean films. So you've got hundreds of screaming people who've seen some faces being ripped off. How do you calm them down?
I think we're not trying to calm them down, but the thing I was worried about is them running towards where we're trying to distract them from. So I think my character has understood how to distract them in such a way that when they all scream and run away, they run away in the direction I want them to.
Sure. Do you want to roll for it?
Sure. Bear or criminal? I think
crowd
bear.
Control? Let's say bear.
3. I did it.
Yeah. So the crowds of screaming people are running. A few of them sort of peel off from the main group and go, "Quick, through that door!" And as they reach that area, there's just a large snarling bear, who just a moment earlier they'd assumed to be a human.
It was the tiara that made them think that.
Cool. So we will go to Aramil, picking the lock. So how are you doing it?
Well, I presume that considering we have lock-breaking tools, it would make sense that lockpicks are part of that.
Yeah, makes sense. As discussed in your plan.
We are trying to get into a safe, and safes always have a regular lock as well as their combinations. Tim, is this hurting you as somebody who actually?
We've all heard Tim Goose's French accent, and it's not much better than that. So,
I mean, I'll be honest. Nonny's French accent is turning me in a lot more than Tim's does.
yeah.
I beg to differ.
Oh, thank you.
When I do a French
that's not what
accent,
you told me in a private chat just now.
Delete those pictures.
when I do a French accent, it's basically the football manager Arsene Wenger. For some reason, I just do an impression of him, which is equal parts sexy and slightly outdated as a reference. Sorry, James.
I stopped listening.
The moment the word football got mentioned.
No, well, when you start speaking, to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure.
To be fair, it's better than my French accent. I wrote a French scene and was going to have a waiter with the talking part, and then decided against it when I
After
realised.
practicing for quite a while.
So do I need to make a roll for the lockpick?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to make a criminal roll.
I'm assuming, criminal. Now
So you
I
get
am.
to ro-
So
yeah.
do I get roll 2?
Yeah.
Nice.
You manage it.
You rolled a 1 for the people who can't see the dice roller.
So the door swings open, and are the other two coming to join you?
They're busy.
Yeah.
We are causing it. Well, I am causing a distraction. I think maybe
I'm coming in.
the fucking mental brain of the operation is there. But I'm the muscle, right? My job is to stop anyone getting close to you, to these guys.
Cool.
So I am now guarding the door.
So as Armel and Gummy walk into the room,
And Dr. Jensen.
Mr. Bridger, please.
as you walk in, you notice.
Should I be putting a point into my criminal?
Yes. You notice thin streaks of red flashing across the room.
Oh,
The
That's
trip
what the witches.
Right,
Sorry.
we're prepared for this, everyone.
yes, just like that film starring Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Chicago?
No, I believe it was called Entrapment.
Did you just
We
live in a
have
block-
found that
Did Gummy just live in a Blockbusters or something?
our gummy bear is quite the cinephile.
I like my movies like I like my honey. Readily available for my consumption.
Okay. Are we gonna have another? Yeah, I'd like to have a flashback, please.
Yep.
Where we discuss getting through the laser tripwires. Right. First things first. Any of you got the ability to float about a foot off the ground?
Can I just double check, Glenn? Can I just double check? Are the lasers like going like diagonally and all over?
They're fully in a grid, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not like I thought it was just like a tripwire along
Not
the
just
bottom.
on the floor, no.
Damn it! That was my great plan of being thrown over.
To be honest,
by
when
one
I
of the
read this, I
larger
wasn't
bears.
entirely sure what a laser.
Honey badger are meant to be quite agile.
Yeah, I'm agile, but I'm not agile enough to fit through a 1-inch hole. Not an octopus.
Oh, so it's not. It's like not like a grid, like a waffle, like that.
Like,
I thought it was like random tripwires going.
Oh, randomized. Oh, okay. Do you think I could use my agility to get through this?
You are a lot smaller than we are.
Yeah, listen, like you guys are all units. Yeah, that's you are big old units. Now, conveniently, like all good laser grid systems, the on-off switch is on the other side of the laser grid. So if you get through it, you can turn it off. So this is the...
Well, if we have the schematics, is there like a kind of very small gap along the bottom where I could bowl him? like curling.
It's a good question.
It's a very small gap, but you might just be able to get him through.
I absolutely love the idea that we go to this flashback of like you three of you arrive in this room with all the lasers and flashback to you all looking at a blueprint and the deep southern guy going, I could bowl him.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm moving back to being 3-3 because of my great flashback. Right, Gummy.
Let's do this.
And as you mentioned, the switch is on the other side, so that not only can potential burglars have to pass through the tripwires to turn it off, but also just members of the security team.
Yeah.
Terrible thing.
I assume the members of the security team have a really long stick that they can just poke through the gap and then just click it down.
It's a really good alarm system where you can only turn it on inside the thing you're trying to keep secure, and then you can't leave.
Yeah. There's just loads of skeletons of security guards that have starved to death in the vault. It's a one-way only vault.
And a couple of them are just head and torso separated.
Yeah, it's a real Hotel California of a vault.
It is a bloodbath in there.
So is this a criminal role to bowl him?
What do we reckon, bear or criminal?
It's criminal.
Is bowling another bear in any way something bears do, Glenn?
Is it something humans do?
No, but it's something that criminals do.
Means. Criminal just means not bear.
Yeah, not bear. That's all that matters.
All right, roll criminal.
Gummy.
I roll the one.
Oh,
Okay, before Gummy rolls me, I look at him and go, Gummy,
Yes.
remember when I saved your life in Russia all those years ago?
Yes, that's the only reason I'm doing this heist.
Yeah. Just remember that as you roll me through. Don't kill me.
I'll try. And I grab him by the scruff of his neck.
Fuck's sake.
And I go... and then just slide him along.
As I'm rolling, I go, yabba dabba da! And I come to the other end.
That's in no way a bear reference, but it feels like a bear reference.
No. And then I get up and go, I just did that because I fucking hate Yogi. Now, how far off the ground?
I'm very flexible because of all those Yogi classes I've been taking.
Get out. Gus, kill him.
I'm not in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Please, Gus, let's not fight. Let's just have a huggy bear.
How far off the ground is the switch?
The switch is sort of around shoulder height, which to you is a jump, but you can just about reach it.
Okay, well, I would like to, yeah. I'm 70 centimeters, so I would like to jump.
Really?
I'd say it's about an entire me off the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Roll bear.
Right, I'm gonna roll bear.
Please fail this. What exciting
that is a
failure.
fail.
Well, he failed. He got a 4.
So your plan has gone off without a hitch. You've bowled him
I
under,
failed.
and yeah, but when he gets to the other side, something that you didn't take into account in your fantastic plan is he can't reach the switch.
I love it in the flashback. So, but what if he can't reach the switch? I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah. Also, I've got real issues about anyone mentioning that I'm small. So I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I like the
What do you mean
idea
I
that
can't
someone
reach the
brought it up and you just immediately got violent and they just didn't say another word. Everyone else is going,
I just start angrily, like I'm so angry about the fact that this moment makes me look weak in front of my team that I'm angrily picking up and throwing the bones of the former security guards at the switch, just like going, fucking switch.
Is now a good time for us to take a little brief break?
I was going to say I really need a wee.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but I was going to suggest a little brief break.
Leave it on cliffhanger of being unable to reach a switch.
Cliffhanger of a guy throwing bones at a switch.
In this light-hearted romp of a...
Well, we should be back at, should you say 5-10 minutes?
All right.
Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Viewers,
10 minutes! See you in 10 minutes, team. No one is watching. Cool.
Hello and welcome back to Dragon Wheels. Where we left off, Mr. Bridger was skillfully bowled underneath some laser tripwires in order to press the off switch, which when he arrived there, he realised he wasn't tall enough to do. That's where we left off. What are we doing?
I'm throwing stuff at the switch.
Oh, and anybody else helping out in any way?
Nope.
I have cigarettes and I am watching.
I'm pretending to not notice.
No, Mel is just smoking and enjoying the view. And Mr. Bridger, do you want to roll? What do we think? Criminal?
Nice.
It's not
Yeah,
very
I'd say
bears. I mean, throwing bones is kind of beary, but
Yeah, okay, so I've got to roll a 2 or under. For
You roll a
fuck's sake.
6.
that has a special rule, actually, I think. When the lowest dice they roll is a 6, introduces a twist or unseen complication. So I'm going to say that the bone hits the wall, flies backwards into the laser tripwire, setting off alarms.
Oh no!
So there will be armed guards on their way. We've got to get through this quickly.
From where?
So they're going to be coming from a local police station. So they're not in the building just yet, but they're approaching.
Can I hear the alarm?
Yeah, there's an alarm going off in the building. It's contacted the police.
Okay.
Well, damn. In that case, I just walk through all the lasers to get to the side.
Yeah, my character bursts through the door. Just, "Ah! I heard there was an alarm.
I drop my cigarette to the floor and kind of put it out under my foot and go, yeah, I suppose so. And wander through as well.
Cool.
I love it if you drop a cigarette to the floor and just bring another one up and it's already lit.
Exactly.
It's in one of those long cigarette holders as well.
It's a cigarillo.
Cigarillo, that's it. Cool. So you've got past the tripwires in a way by just setting them off and then going through. So now for the twist that I rolled up. So as you enter the room, you see 4 bears that you recognise. Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Brown. These are the Reservoir Bears. They're all brown bears.
Genuinely well done. That was well done.
Mr. Brown, I presume.
And then I look at the next one over and go, Mr. Brown, I presume?
Yes.
What the fuck are you all doing here? I'm one bad roll away from going feral, so give me answers.
What the fuck are you doing here? There's one that mirrors each of you. This prize is ours.
Oh, this is such a good opportunity for you to attempt all 4 of the accents we're attempting.
Fail miserably.
We are here for Miss Universe 2017, an especially attractive bee.
I hear she's beautiful.
You cannot ever. She is a chicken.
It is very, I would say, adorable that you think that she would pick you for over us.
Yes, that seems like the best thing to do. Let's put Miss Universe the bee in between us and let her choose who she wants to come to.
Obviously, she's going to choose the person with the tiara.
Gummy, you may speak who she wants to come for.
Well, I don't know about that, but I guess we can try it. So,
You've genuinely, for the one person who's not a performer out of the 5 of us who do this, you've done a really good job on those accents. The only one I noticed, the only one you haven't tried is mine.
I really can't do that sort of Boston accent. Hey, it's a bee.
That was just you, but louder.
Guys, listen up. I've got a plan, but don't let them hear.
Okay.
I think things could be fortuitous, right? Let's get the honey. Let's get a fucking bee. Let's get out of here. And oh look, 4 bears set off the alarm. Well, there's 4 fucking bears here. Let's incapacitate them and then get our shit and get out.
Well,
I agree with the honey badger. We should choose violence.
no, well, that seems okay. Let's just have a big handful of honey first.
Oh wait, can I just eat some honey?
All of you can eat honey if you want.
I would like to eat some honey and just.
Fortunately for you guys, you brought honey instead of tickets, so you've got honey for days.
I've already eaten honey. I've already done my eating honey.
Yeah,
I mean, Tim failed twice, so.
I was really close to not dying, but going feral. So,
Tim,
yeah,
if you have honey, then you get 1 more point into bear.
yeah, no, I was.
And then become feral.
Oh no, I don't want to have honey.
So
change my mind.
Is your plan
I'll just stay.
to attack them?
I'll just stay I'll just stay teetering on the edge of bear.
I am just gonna roar and attack because I can't. My character can't.
Yeah, I'm going full carnage.
And I am going full muscle.
Cool. Yeah, if you guys want to roll.
And
Can I eat his honey?
I think
that is 2 threes. I'm going to say that is a success.
I rolled 2 5s. That is definitely a failure.
So I'm going back to 4-2 because I success.
So Gus sort of puts on a big brave face and walks towards them and just trips over a pile of sticky honey on the floor and just.
And his dress, his Elsa from Frozen dress.
Oh.
Whereas Mr. Bridger just goes ham on them and just collects 4 more faces. There's blood everywhere. It's horrible.
Why?
It's in no way PG.
Why do you keep putting faces into our inventories?
Well, you keep attacking people.
no one even mentioned
Yeah, not
faces.
that time. I don't need bare faces, do I?
Yeah.
Don't need lots of faces.
No.
Although to be fair, Tim, in real life right now, you're wearing a bear face.
That's true.
So you open the safe after sort of kicking the corpses of several bears out the way. If it makes you feel better, they did leave you on a job to the mercy of the police once, and that's the cause of the rivalry. So they had it coming. You open.
Did you write that in advance, or is that something you've just got? They need to feel better about this.
No, I did write that. I just forgot to say it.
Very bold of you to assume that we'd feel remorse.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there eating bamboo and just smoking, calm about the whole thing. So you open the safe, finding lots of money, which you don't give a shit about, and the purest honey you've seen in your entire life, enough to set you up all the way through to retirement. Plus the grand prize, Miss Universe 2017, a particularly sexy bee. It's a bee. She just looks like a bee.
But bears can tell. Bears can tell, man.
Oh my!
That's quite the bee.
My lovely little darling, are you doing anything tonight?
Right, don't get any fucking ideas. She's going under my app.
Let's get to the getaway car as soon as we can.
Oh, which way are you headed?
Let's go back the way we came. They will have evacuated the. We've still got 2 flashbacks left, actually, but let's just go back. Let's just go back the way we came. That's the way I can remember.
Okay. What I want is you guys will kind of run off. And I haven't left yet. And that is because what I would like to do is I would like to prop up one of the bears so that it looks like it's sitting by the wall, and then in blood write my confession. We did it.
I thought you were going to do a Beverly Hills Cop 3 and hide behind him and just move an arm up to make it look like he's pointing at it. He went that way.
Oops, Daisy.
I love it. You've covered yourself for the crime.
Yeah. So
Well, what I like is that, like, if he did do that, I was like going, they went that way. It would very much be a weekend at Bernie's.
Hey!
Very good.
I like
Thank
how
you.
whenever we do anything vaguely animal-based, there's just a catalogue of puns. Catalogue, I'll say that for when we do a cat-based one. a fun. Brilliant. So you smash your way out of the front door, even out of the front entrance, running through the metal detector, which goes off wildly, and you see between you and the van several armed policemen. What do you do?
I go.
I hide the honey behind my back.
Brilliant. Would you like to roll criminal?
Sure.
I'm just sliding my mask back on.
It's about attempting to hide my stolen goods.
Oh yeah, I reckon it's a thief criminal role.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, either way, I got 1-3, so.
Yeah, you're all good. So you have the honey behind your back, and as you're walking past them, presumably you just go, they went that way, and the police just run past you completely incompetently, go and search the building, where presumably they find the confession.
Famously, the way people confess is they wait until they die and then they write the confession in their own blood.
That's my plan.
all the witnesses, I reckon all the witnesses will say, we got attacked by bears, and they'll find 4 bears in the vault. I think it's a open and shut case.
I mean, you're bears. This is as good as your logic sort of manages. So you're in the van.
We're in the Ford Focus. It's a Ford hatchback.
You're in the Ford Focus.
3-door hatchback. You got to move the front seat forward in order to get in.
What have you got? Excuse me. Climbing across the other.
And what I really expect is that the honey badger, who is, let's face it, probably better to go in the back, refuses and sits in the front.
Yeah. So it's the panda and the brown bear who are just like
there's a flashback. Yeah, I'm going to use one of our flashbacks. There's a flashback where you're all going, Mr. Bridger, it just makes more sense if we put you in the boot. And I'm like, fuck off. No.
I've called shotgun, all right?
Not again. I'm not going back in the boot. So as you slam down the accelerator and speed off, you hear sirens in the distance. Driving at speed along a riverside, a police car pulls up behind you, and an officer leans out the window and aims his pistol to take out your tires. What do? You've got a car full of presumably good equipment.
Honey, great honey, full of honey in the boot. My character is ready and willing. He's here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to be the muscle.
No, I have a plan for this contingency. And as I kind of drive, what I do is I do a spin, so the car starts to spin around, and with the window open, I throw some honey at his face.
Brilliant. Do you want to roll criminal?
And then kind of carrying around and driving away.
Is the honey in like an earthenware pot with the word honey written on the side?
Yeah, it's like Winnie the Pooh's honey.
Yeah.
The paper top with an elastic band around it.
Is this a
honey grenade is actually
it is 100% a criminal role, James.
Okay. Yeah. Pull a full turn in a car and chuck a honey grenade out the window.
Would it also count as my driving role?
You're doing both at the same time.
Good, I rolled a 6 and a 5. Lucky for me, I'm currently at 1-5 for criminal.
Brilliant. So, as you spin the car around and throw the honey at the officer, he goes, "Oh God!" and plunges into the river. You've Plus, I'm going to say there was a ramp leading up to the river that was just tactically placed there as well. So the car flew over, did a few flips. It's very action film.
Well, what city are we actually in? We're in Birmingham.
In Birmingham, yeah.
So it doesn't land in the river; it lands in the canal, which is
landing in the bullring,
which is genuinely funnier.
And dirtier.
Yeah. Birmingham famously has more canals than Venice. And the only people who ever point that out are either from Birmingham or taking the piss out of Birmingham.
People from Venice.
And also, Venice never had Slade.
But they still don't wish it was Christmas
out.
every day.
Venice don't wish it was Christmas every day. They wish it was the masquerade ball every day.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, Claire, let's get to the end of the adventure.
Also, I think we need a twist ending because I think James was at 5 at Criminal and has passed, which means that he's now at 6 at Criminal, which means he's going to betray us all.
So,
No!
you drive off into the sunset that has now appeared. Happy in the
How long have we been in there?
Is this my cue, everybody?
happy in the knowledge that this one job will allow you to retire. So firstly, how do you all spend your retirement?
Do I not get to betray them all because I got to 6 at
We'll
my
come to
criminal?
that at the end. What are your retirement plans?
Okay.
I just
Out
want
in the country and lots of beautiful women.
Yeah.
to
Good wine.
retire with my wife and club seals. I want to go club sealing, seal clubbing.
Club. Seal clubbing.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to go dancing? No, I want to go clubbing. You know, seals. Just absolutely got a town on them. Club one in each hand and then stamp on another.
Oh, God, what is Mr. Bridges? Mr. Bridger gets all of his honey and puts it in a pile and sets fire to it in front of all the other bears, and then goes off and commits more crimes because some people just want to watch the world burn. And also it takes fucking ages because honey isn't flammable.
Yeah.
So before we get to gummies,
horrible.
So Gus, you're on a cruise ship heading to seal clubbing territory,
Canada.
when one of the I'm not going to try a Canadian accent. One of the people on the ship comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, sir.
Hey.
I'm very sorry, but your card appears to have declined."
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Your card appears to have been declined. It's probably my fault, eh?
Perfect.
Perfect.
And but you don't understand because it's a honey gold card.
And Nonny, you're
What?
sorry.
Did I forget my pin again?
Armel, you're relaxing with a nice bottle of wine. However, for some reason, your beautiful women aren't showing up, and you wonder where they are. Mr. Bridger.
This is entirely unprecedented.
Mr. Bridger, you go to burn the honey, but when you take the lid off the jar, you find it empty.
All right, I find that kind of funny, but also I'm mad that I've been betrayed.
Gummy, how are you retiring? You've got all of the honey that you've managed to take from them while they were sleeping off after the heist, and you've got the world's sexiest bee.
I walked into my little bear cave, opening the door and walk in to see a large, very attractive brown bear say, "I'm really sorry, but your 4 brothers are all dead. Luckily, I have exactly what you wanted. Enough honey to make a conservatory."
Oh, that is a beautiful ending.
Sorry, enough honey to make a conservatory.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you all for playing. That was a lot of fun.
For having me.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn, mate. Really
So
lovely
good, man. That was a really good debut for you as well, Glenn.
Yeah,
Really funny.
debuted. For anybody who does watch this later on the YouTube channel and has got this far, I mean, first of all, frankly, well fucking done. And second, you should know this is not just Glenn's first time DMing on stream, it's his first time DMing ever, and I think we all need to applaud him for doing an excellent job.
Absolutely amazing. Well done, buddy.
Because the actual applause probably comes across as slightly condescending.
I want that. I want a slow clap. Slower, even slower if you can. Like 1 clap a minute.
Hang on, and I'll do the other one next week.
Great is that you're not even here next week, so it's going to be 2 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen of Twitch and YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back Nutty. We're here every Sunday at 6:30. We, and when I say we, I don't mean me, I mean Nonny and James, play with others a wonderful Dungeons & Dragons game set in the Retroverse.
It's currently on hiatus until we find a replacement character for when we can be bothered to find someone to do that.
It's excellent. I've watched a few episodes. It's absolutely wonderful. On the old Catchy Uppy. So do check that out. You can find James on Twitter, JamesBenison88, Nonny on Twitter at NonnyPlod. You can find myself at Tim Ballantyne. That's you will spell it wrong the first time. And Tim Goose is also available on Twitter. I am certain of that. Glenn,
check out my
see you next week.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you for coming. See you guys next time.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.